Oh, I've got a cracking little van for you to have a look at today. It's a Swift, which is, it's actually a Sprite, which is part of the Swift range.
That's super, that is.
No, it's a Swift.
No, it's super.
No, it's either called a Swift or a Sprite.
No, it's a super.
I know it's super. Yeah, it's a nice van. It is super, but it's a Swift Sprite Quattro EB.
It's super though.
What do you mean it's super? What are you on about? It's a Swift.
It's super.
No, look, it's a Swift and it's a Sprite.
Sprite. Super Quattro EB. Super.
I see what you're on about now. Do you know why they call it a super?
Because it's super.
No, really. Do you know why they call it a super?
Yeah, it's super Caravan. Have you seen it? It looks super.
Yeah, it is super, but that's not why they call it a super van.
Huh.
It's actually because it's 8 foot wide. So a standard Sprite Quattro is 7'6", I believe, and the super doesn't mean just that it's a super caravan. It actually means that it is super wide.
Ah,
that's what
super
it means.
wide.
Super wide.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So this has got 4-wheel drive motor movers on it, which isn't always.
It's super, that is.
It's super. Normal bits and bobs. So we've got our normal 13-pin electrics, and then our normal bits and pieces. Now we've got a locker at the back. Do you reckon that's going under bunk beds, or what do you think?
It's going under some kind of bed, I'd have said.
Right, except toilet. So nothing really to shout about. There's nothing that super outside, to be honest.
Not really.
Let's have a look inside and see why they say it's so super. Right, can you see why it's super now?
Bit of tartan, super tartan.
So yeah, super, even though it's a super van, it's actually referring to that it's 8 foot wide. So all of the Sprite Supers, it basically means that it's the 8 foot wide version of the standard Sprite. Now, a cracking layout, and I've got to admit, I got it slightly wrong. Normally on a Sprite Quattro, they're 6-berth caravans. But this doesn't look much like a 6-berth caravan, does it, this?
No.
We've got 2 at the front. So let's have a look what we've got hidden at the back. On the kitchen area, we've got a nice little fold-up unit. We've got some USB ports up here. Nice lighting. We've got the Swift command.
Ooh, look. Yeah.
One thing that this, I don't know, it's only got the small small fridge, which in a big van,
It's not very super, is it?
not very super. No, I'd have expected a bigger fridge, to be honest. Nice big washroom though.
Oh yes, that's big.
So yeah, good sized washroom. Nice nice wardrobe. And then at the back, dun, 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 and this is why we've got that locker from outside.
Not many of these in.
Underneath the bed. All of the carpets don't look like they've been used. Really clean and tidy. I don't think this van's been used very much at all, in all honesty. And as I say, it is super. It is that bit wider, it gives you that extra space. We've got some nice little cubby holes, got a room for a TV so you could get the TV. It's a bit of a poorly thought design there, that is, isn't it?
Looking out into the awning.
Well no, not just that, you're going to put your TV there and you're sort of blocking your window. I suppose it depends how big your TV is, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know whether, maybe they should have put that window a little bit more offset, but then it's not set, I don't know.
I suppose I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's by the time you've put your TV onto there, you've just blocked out some of your window. And then, like you say, when you're in bed, you're just looking out at your awning, unless you go for a smaller awning.
Smaller awning.
Yeah.
I know people often go for the smaller awning, don't they? So they don't cover that window.
So what do you think? Is it as super as you first thought? I think it's a good van, a really nice van. Being the Sprite, it is a lightweight van as well, but we only get the 3 gas rings, so we don't get an electric ring. We've got the microwave, your standard grill and oven. It is a proper separate grill and oven. Let's have a look at the weight on this. It's got the alarm. Well, it's not an alarm fob, it's actually a fob for the tracker unit. As I say, our standard Swift control unit, which isn't so standard anymore actually. So that you still get
nice.
that, and then you've got the Truma heating. This has got the iNet ready. That iNet has been discontinued. So yeah, they've stopped. They can't get the bits for the iNet basically. So they've
a bit like
they've
that
stopped.
control panel.
Yeah, exactly the same as that control panel. So one big issue is if there's something that goes wrong with the iNet units now, there's nothing can be done. They've been discontinued.
You have to replace it with a non-iNet unit.
It just wouldn't work. So maximum weight on this 1705 kilograms. So super light for a big twin axle, 8 foot wide. Let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks, I'll mark at the Caravan place.